All right. Gonna take a moment here. Let's make sure everything's working just exactly right. Looks like everything's working just exactly right. So I'm switching back to my normal stream setup now. So once again, if the audio needs adjusting, you guys let me know in the chat because I don't have a great way to monitor it. But hopefully it's all set up right. Looks like we got I'm Unusual. Devin coming in hot with the membership right off the bat. Thank you very much, Devin. Appreciate that. In Paradise, we got the Richie in the house, Trooper. Joe Cox. Cool cat with a hat. We got Liquid Abyss. Welcome. How's my day? Oh, so far so good. Yeah, happy Halloween. Hello, Harmful. Connor. Stylo's in the house. What's happening? How do you get 31,250 tags quickly? You don't. What's up, Dan? Dan? Yeah, I talked to my buddy Jay. I think he said he ground it out, and I I was trying to do the math. I mean, people early on, like the day it came out, the last update, I was at work and I was asking people in my Dewey's Lounge section on Discord, how many tabs you're getting. And then we were doing the math that day. It was like 300 games you were going to really realistically need. I don't know how, I guess I haven't checked with people how many games it finally took. Because once you get those upgraded ships, then you can earn a lot more, supposedly. But I don't know. I've actually never played the event, so I don't have any good advice for you. What's up, Albert? How you doing? Got Matt, Richard. Happy Halloween. Thank you, Andrew. MTC. Sounds good so far. Okay, good. Thanks, Ren. What's going on, Lorenzo? Yeah, you don't. Exactly. So a lot of guys tuning in last night and tonight. It's good to see. Okay, well, hopefully everyone's having a good Halloween so far. Last night, if you missed it, we were doing some division play. Today, I think we're just gonna probably just do some requests. I don't know. Audio's fine. Okay, good. Welcome, everyone. If you guys got any questions on builds or anything to get going, why don't you let me know? We'll probably take a little bit at the end too to do a Q&A session. There's Jay. What's going on? I was just someone was asking how you grind out the rust and rumble quickly. I said I don't think you do. What's my favorite ship? I don't know. They're all. I guess Mogami at the end of the day, but it just kind of depends on the mood and who's on your team. Full moon today. Yeah, I didn't read the story, but I thought I saw some sort of news clip that was like blue moon or something for Halloween, which is kind of a rare celestial event. Hopefully it doesn't have too big of a gravitational pull on our teammates. Just got the Alaska, nice. In fact, we had 3 British Chevy cruisers. I mean, that's what I was assuming. Like, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago they were like, we're gonna get 3 new lines by the end of the year. New Nation, which led to be the Italians. What was the first one? I can't even remember the first one was. But then the third one was like a new line split, like we've had with the American cruisers. So initially, I thought that was going to be Japanese gunboats in the destroyer branch. If you go on the PC game, they have torpedo boats and then destroyer or gunboat destroyers. But due to the fact that we got a lot of British heavy cruiser premiums, now I think it's a strong possibility that that could be the split, even though that's a newer line on PC from what I understand. So we'll see. I mean, that's what do we got? About 2 months left now. So we'll get one more line here by the end of the year. Potential rewards were way too grindy. Yeah. Well, that Transylvania one was interesting because it was like really hard to complete, but you could theoretically do it in like one game, I think. Yeah, we had Dragos and I think Bismarck, or can't remember who the third was, but we had a division of players that I'd played with previously do it, and we got it done in like 3, 4, 5 games maybe, but anyway, hey Gauzy, what's going on? T61, Z39, yeah, those are fun. 2020 strikes again. What happened now? Jesus, there are quicker ways, but no quick way. Yeah, that's sounds about right. Full blue moon today. Yeah, the Ognivoy, I mean, I don't think I even... Maybe they took it away. I don't know if I have it still or not, but I enjoyed the ship. Like, I would have... If it wasn't so time-consuming, I would have probably ground it out. The problem for me is I try and make YouTube videos for you guys to watch, and I need to play the game to actually get some footage. Now, I can't be dedicating 3 weeks of my channel's coverage to a game event that supposedly is extremely repetitive. Like, I can't really just commit YouTube suicide to grind the Ognivoy, so I just elected to not do it personally, but those of you that have the time, I mean, it's a good ship. What's up, Bringer? How you doing? Moon will turn your team into zombies. I don't think we need a blue moon for that. Carriers for Christmas. Yeah, that'll be interesting. I mean, that's another thing. We could get the test event end of this year. We could get it early next year. We'll see. Any Coast Guard ships planned? I don't believe so. What's up, Gregory? How you doing? And do a countdown. I mean, it's not gonna work because I got a delay on today. So, man, I don't like to do the countdown as much when I'm playing by myself, but we were doing that last night with some success. Ognivoy needs a buff. You love a Brutzy. Oh, welcome aboard, Curtis. Glad to have you here. Yeah, there's a lot to learn about the game, but I always say for the new players, even though it takes a while for it to ingrain itself into your kind of background brain, you know, so it happens automatically. And it's something players that have played nearly 10,000 games like myself, we're still working on it, but learning the mechanics early, learning stuff, you know, taking the time to learn about the game, because the game doesn't actually teach you how to play it well. You know, they'll teach you hit A to go forward, or if you're playing U.S. battleships, hit B to go backwards, or what. But, you know, beyond that, you're not really going to learn much through the game itself. You know, you can either learn through a long trial and error process, or you can jumpstart that process and do some research online, so that'll help you out quite a bit. The Augie's missing the hill. Nah, there's no configuration options. Thank you, Richie. CC should get. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I was just reading my comments on my videos, and someone was asking, can you do a video with Mordov on like the Kid or one of those type of ships? And I didn't get a chance to respond, but my thinking was, I would love to. Promotion order wise, maybe in a year. I don't know. Probably never. Like, kind of sucks. Now, the last time they gave us these event commanders, they gave them to us at level 12. Now, if I had more time, I could have done a little bit more of an in-depth look at them, but it's hard for that type of coverage, which I would love to give you guys, like build advice. It's just I have the same limitations you guys got. Once you commit to a build, you kind of have to commit to it. Why don't we? We'll do a little warm-up match here. You guys saw that 3 Arkansas division game last night? That was pretty brutal. Let's see. Let's try the Ishii. Greetings from Florida. Welcome. What's up, Shads? How you doing? Listen to your teammates call out. It depends on what they're doing. If they keep saying set a smoke screen, or if they need help but they're stationed on the moon, then you kind of have to ignore those. While we're getting rolling here, should get some shout outs to the new members. Let's see, we had Devin this morning. Thank you, Devin. And then since the last stream, we had Liquid Abyss, Daryl, Randall, Todd rejoined, and then Troy are the new members. Thank you all very much.
Let's give them a hard time.
Let's give them a hard time. We got a tier 2 game. So usually if I get the center spawns, I like to actually play behind this group of islands here. You can get a lot of shots. You can see those islands aren't that tall, but you can kind of cover both flanks. Yeah, the Ognivoy, I mean, it's much better concealment than you're normally going to see. You got good torps. I mean, the guns are still pretty good. They're not as good on the build I had, just because I had to spec out more for torpedoes. What's up, Connor? How you doing? Arkansas, yeah, it was brutal. Those division games. Once I get everything fully set up, I'll try and do more divisions. Someone commented that there was a lot less swearing when we're doing divisions. A lot less raging at the teams. Doesn't see much better in the Leningrad. I mean, the Leningrad's pretty damn good, so I don't think I would say it's quite as good as that. Let's see here.
Concentrate fire on the enemy
I feel like
all stations. Concentrate fire on the target.
kind of need to kill this destroyer, but I didn't see what it was. Stroznovoy. And we know this guy's probably in this lane here. He could be trying to torp. What's up, Bugsby? How you doing? Barker. Here's Dragos. 2 days in a row, yeah. Yeah, I tried it out. Oh, there's one. I tried streaming last night just to see how it would go, and it ended up being pretty good. So maybe I'll try and do that a little bit more often. I always try and do like around this time, just because we got a lot of viewers in Europe, we got a lot of people in America, and I feel like that's the easiest way to get the most people included, but there's a lot of people who just aren't ever available for that, so. Okay, that was juicy. Oops. Is he gonna get him or not? Ah, fuck.
Concentrate fire on the designated target. All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
Alright, we'll take care of this guy first. Just gonna shoot one gun at a time. I don't want to waste a full cell on this thing. Want to or not, I guess we're gonna have to. Jesus. It's that famous tier 3 accuracy. What's up, J-Ski? How you doing? Came out of nowhere. Yeah. Dragos, we were talking about last year's Halloween. Where do you remember who we were divisioned with? I was trying to remember. Don't remember if it was you and Biz or. Oh shit. Wow, we missed the St. Louis. Oh no, we didn't. Death Strike and the Destroyer over there. Okay. Looks like we're in pretty good shape. I don't know if we can damage that Ganget or not at that angle. Hey Suzuki, if you look at the diagram on the map, or on the bottom of the screen, you can see how steep this one goes. In terms of firing angles. Happy spooky season, or session. Yeah, Biz, that's what I thought. I mean, time-wise, if you had a good division and you could do that event in a handful of games like we were able to do it, then much more efficient. I think the reward for that was the Hyde Commander, if I recall. Oh shit, he's out of range now. Are these guys angling, or they just happen to be playing well by accident? Oh. Alright, maybe we should, if he's gonna shoot H... Oh, man, he's broadside. Okay. If he's gonna be shooting HE, I'm not worried about what he's doing, you know what I'm saying? Low-tier ships are louder. Might be my audio. Like I was saying, I mean, I had to change the audio last night, so if it seems off today, you guys gotta let me know. So the gang gets shooting AP, so we gotta angle against him. Until this guy over here shoots AP, we don't really have to worry too much about what he's doing. Other than killing him, you know. We do want to remove the guns, as the rest of our team seems to be willing to end their own lives. Could be potato farmers, you never know. I mean, until this guy shoots AP, I'm not gonna consider him a real threat. Are you fucking serious? Come on. I mean, the more salvos like this he gets off, then it becomes a problem. So, like, those guys just killed each other. Oh my god, come on. Now he shoots AP. What the fuck are you doing? Alright, so I got one left. Support me? Full health Ganget. I mean, this guy... I mean, we got a full health Wyoming who's not playing the game, so... I hate to say it, but we might have to actually run away. We got almost 7 minutes left. I mean, the St. Louis is dead, right? We understand that. So that's 35 plus 50. So that's an 85-point swing there. So we'll still be in the lead. That guy's going to have a hard time getting on a cap. And this guy's not playing. Alright, so even if he finds this Wyoming and kills him... The problem is if he gets on a base, he's either going to turn to hunt me, which probably... I don't know, I guess he's probably got to play for the double sink here. I'm just going to play conservative for the moment. We'll see what happens. Have I turned from Grinch to Santa? No, no, no. Sorry you're late for the stream. No, you're on time. Just started. You're new here? Welcome. Got dad jokes. I know here. Yeah, I mean, people don't ever have to apologize for, even if you don't tune into the entire stream, that's fine. But you're never late. But truth be told, we just started a couple minutes ago, so. Let's see here. I mean, Ganget's a ship that can mess us up, you know. Ganget's... I haven't played it much, but I'm assuming those... It's a Russian battleship, so it's probably got punchy guns. If it angles, it's going to be tough for me to kill. The problem he's going to have is... I don't know, like I'm tempted to get right up by kind of where we played the first part of the game, right up there, and then be able to break to D if need be. The problem is if I commit to that and he's coming to fight me, then we're probably going to lose the game. If he fights me though and I can pull him away from the caps, like we can still lose our ship and that's a 100-point swing, so it'll be 682 to, oh no, well, whatever the math is, we'd still be up. We lose 60, they gain 40, so it'll be 630 to whatever, 680, give or take. Cheeto, what's going on? Oh, he is playing for us. Shit. And he's got the broadside. Oh no, this might be a throw here, because he can probably kill us and the Wyoming. We're gonna get... Assuming we survive this, we're just going to be playing purely for defense. He's going to be on C, so that's going to be the problem. Yeah, we might lose this here. If he sinks me and he's on C the entire time, I think that's enough to lose. Rip Sean Connery, yeah, that was unfortunate to hear today. Usually considered the best Bond. Now I can keep resetting this guy. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. I can keep resetting this guy to prevent him from capturing it, but he's still... We're not getting those points right now. Oh, he's trying to kill the other dude. Okay. That's foolish. You want to kill the active threat. I mean, he needs to sink us both. I get that, but... The problem is, he comes into this fight with a huge HP advantage, so he needed to use that. If I can hit him with a couple of these salvos, then that could disappear. Then we can maybe potentially just straight up kill him. Yeah, for Bond, I always said I thought Connery was the best, but I like Roger Moore's movies. I was a huge Bond fan when Bond 64 came out, so I was in 8th, 9th, 10th grade, somewhere in that range. Got all the Bond movies on VHS. Now, if I watched them all now, I'd probably like the Connery movies more. Because, I mean, the Moore era was a little goofier. Man with the Golden Gun. You know, there were some great movies in there. But From Russia with Love, the second Bond movie, that was, or the second official Bond movie, that was probably my all-time favorite Bond. I mean, if he's just farming this guy for damage, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, he's got to kill this guy. I get that, but he's got me shooting at him the entire time, so I don't understand. I might actually be able to kill this guy now. Kids on sale. Oh, the kids. You're saying the deal's not that great. Well, okay, but the kid's one of the best. What the fuck? One of my favorites, anyways. Alright, we gotta survive for 1 minute. I let him get a little close, but we're kind of at the edge of the map here, and I can't do anything about that. Alright, so we're gonna just angle 100% at this thing. It's probably getting low on damage cons. It's probably out of heals. I'll absorb any shot that comes. Yeah, battleship on the edge like this, we're not going to be able to really angle very well, or maneuver. But we do not want this. Yeah, we'll take that. Alright, actually we might kill him. There we go. Yeah, just bad target selection there on his part. He should have won that game. GG to him, he did pretty well. Kid and Fletcher, yeah. Pierce Brosnan, yeah, I mean, Pierce Brosnan, GoldenEye was the first Bond movie I ever saw. Because of the video game. And that was a pretty damn good movie. I think Brosnan that one, and then his movies got really bizarre, and then they started incorporating some. I don't know how much CGI they did, but I'm a kind of anti-CGI, crusty crank, you know, get off my lawn type of a guy. Have I played War Thunder? I played it for like a couple hours, but if you try and how you have to do the menus is you have to use this touchpad thing on this PlayStation controller, which I've never used, but the sensitivity was like hypersensitive. It was like a direct port over from the PC. Anyway, trying to navigate like the menu like this was just so god awful that I'm like, fuck this game, and I uninstalled it. But the actual gameplay was actually pretty interesting. But just a horrible menu system, so bad that I quickly deleted the game. Alright, let me go get a Bud Zero. Goldfinger is a great one, yeah. Yeah, I'll be back in 2 seconds. Yeah, that was the one thing that Bond 64 got wrong was they had a character in it called Odd Job, and he was this little short guy, which the newer players thought was OP because he was a smaller target to hit, but once you were when you were good at aiming, it was basically like lined up as a headshot. So I thought he was the worst character to play against good players. Anyway, in the movies, Odd Job is in Goldfinger. He's a big, tall. I think he was a Japanese character. I can't remember for sure, but he was like full size human. The little short guy was from Man with a Golden Gun, one of Brosnan's movies. He was a little short. What was that guy's name? I can't remember. Anyway, both of them are really interesting characters. Mike Myers was the best British spy. Have I seen Gran Torino? Yeah. Let's see. You want to see Fletcher? We can try Fletcher. War Thunder's your favorite game? Like I say, I thought the gameplay itself was pretty interesting. But, I mean, the menu system was more frustrating than, like, 8 Dimitris on your team at the same time. What's up, Ro? How you doing? The Angus. Been a long time since I've seen Nagato or Amagi. I got wrecked by a Nagato last night in our Leon game. We had one loss, probably about 10 games. And the one loss we had was 3 Leons, and I think we had like 2 high calibers. But I think the Nagato was the one that gave me the left hook. It really kind of took me about half my health. Odd Job was Korean. Yeah, I think you're right. I can't remember what the guy in Man with the Golden Gun. It's like Gizmo or something like that. Maybe I'm... Knick-Knack, yes. That's what it was. I haven't seen those movies for a while, because, like I said, I had them all on VHS, and then I'm like, do I want to buy all the DVDs again? And I just never got around to doing it. But, yeah, I would rebuy the Connery and more Bond movies for sure, and maybe a couple other ones. Timothy Dalton got a bad rap. I thought he did an alright job. Casually making fun of midgets. Nah, that's not the intent. Alright, what do we got behind us? Let's see. Bismarck and Chapev. Okay. I should putting these here for any destroyer that might be coming through. I mean, if that New Orleans wants to fly up here, and we can assume he's probably going to be playing right about here, you know. Let's see, what do they got? Maz, Vok, and Fantask. So we should have one destroyer over here, most likely. What are you doing, dude? You might just concede the base, I don't know. I mean, if they can get right on the base, it's not quite a... One there, one on C at least. Probably... Yeah, we got a destroyer over here, I just don't know what he's doing. Alright, am I nuts? But if this guy was going to keep staying back there, then I would have popped smoke and opened fire on this guy. Let's see, he's about to spot. Alright. See if we can rip him up. Get some AP when he's broadside like that. People kind of sleep on the AP sometimes. I think that's the highest DPM gunboat in the game currently, if I recall. I have to double check my stats. There we go, he's done. Yeah.
Smoke screen set.
It kind of sucks when your smoke runs, or you got minute 48 with the smoke and you're out of targets. Alright, so this, the EFP or the twist and track, whatever it's called. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's suggesting right about here, so it's possible it's still pointing at the guys now. It looks like it is now. Or the destroyer might be right by him. Let's see. Do we clear this flank or do we go towards B? Yeah, we better... We're gonna go towards a cap here since we got a potential to start losing some ground score-wise here pretty rapidly. We got a 3v. He's technically a 1 because these guys are so far back, but 3v3 at the worst. Oh, this is one of those things that sucks. I mean, you want to stick around here. If this guy eats all those, it's gonna make it a lot easier. I don't think he's gonna, though. I don't know, a little bit. Come on, man. What are you doing?
Reporting a target position.
Alright, he just shot. Oh, these destroyer is back there. Backline Betty. Alright, so we should have B. What do we got? So we got a Vok or a Maz potentially. Looks like he's right about in this gap somewhere.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Good lord. Devil dog. He took like one secondary shot from that guy. Yeah, looks like we're gonna be losing this one. I know that Bismarck behind us is focusing on us, but if we can kill this thing quickly. See what the fuck he's doing because of all the splashing. There he goes. Alright. Why is this... York! Come on, man. Is he not playing or what? He's playing the fucking game. Oh my god.
Fire on the designated target.
I really don't want to go back to fight that thing because we still have red generating points over here. This fucking York needs to...
Attention. Reporting a target position.
Alright. Bumblebee's getting dizzy. Wow, we got 2 ships left. I can't believe the York couldn't figure that out. Whatever. Some games are impossible to win. There's nothing you can do. What's the Fantas doing? I mean, that's a horrible play by that destroyer, but only if the guys shoot at him. So now he looks like a fucking genius. Alright, so we got a Maz over here. Let's see, he's got 2 kills, so there's a decent chance he's dinged up. There it is. Outspotting the Maz. He has no chance.
Enemy destroyer founder.
Oh, fuck. Did not even know that guy was there. Well, we're dead. Well, it's fun while it lasted.
Smoke screen set.
So I'll go for a little bit more damage, I guess. You know, if you're getting like 2k every 3 seconds, though, that's a lot of damage, guys. Like, these destroyers. if you're not understanding how dangerous they can be, either playing them or not playing them, playing against them. I mean, 3,600 on the salvo there, 15, 2,000. Now that he's angled, it's going to go down a bit, but it's a lot of damage. Not as much damage as he just gave us, but yep.
Engine boost activated.
Anyway, that was kind of a foregone conclusion the minute we loaded in with these teammates. Take C. Yeah, what I mean, you can't outcap the. It's impossible to win on points right now. I'd have to kill every ship in the game to win this one. Definitely not going to happen if we have no spotting. What's up, learning to fish? That's why you like Fletcher? Yeah, it's pretty good, man. I think these are a little underrated. And you guys gotta remember the Fletcher got a DPM buff a couple updates ago.
The enemy is about to win.
Oh, they are they? So that's a clue right there. If he's paying attention, he should know he torp because there's a delay in me shooting. Why the fuck is he shooting AP? Like, the Americans are usually extremely easy. If they're shooting rapidly like that, it's easy to tell when they launch because there'll be a 5 to 10 second gap. I mean, if they take a long time to aim, it'll be even longer. Like a Japanese, like a Kagero, for instance, if that thing's shooting at you, reloads for 8 seconds or whatever it is, shoots at you, in that time, the torps could be launched at any moment. You never really know. Get the reload to 1 second. I don't think it's that crazy. Let's see what. Right now it's 2.4 on this guy, which I already have an 8% reduction. Mordorf, though, we got, you know, this is 5 or 6%, so it's definitely not down to a 1. I mean, it might be like 1.99 or something. Maybe that's what you're saying, but you can go it down. Like I'd say, I'd love to test it out with a 14.2 Mordorf, but I can't imagine that'll happen. You're dependent on more than Batman or Superman. Yeah, I mean, that's his base trade, so I mean, that's what he's designed to do. Great battle. Yeah, I mean, we did what we could there. I guess I didn't. Did I even look at the score? Can't remember. Yeah. I mean, you got 4 guys over here with 2K, so that's a good team to start with. And then you got these guys who hopefully tried their best. Yeah, what else should we see? What's up, CDM? How you doing? The Ignis? What the fuck? You guys trying to get me riled up? Nah, I'm not even gonna do that. Let's try something else. I mean, here's the deal. If you want to get back to that, Commander, like, if you're just getting into the game and you happen to have Mordorf Like, if I could take these points from Halsey and put them over here, I would do that immediately, because you can get the same exact build, essentially, plus this tier 4 perk is better over here. You know, and the tier 4 perk on Halsey really isn't... I mean, the smoke, yeah, the American smoke's a strength. But you can see in that last game, that smoke we deployed, we used it for the first 20 seconds, and then there was nothing left to do with it, so that was kind of a waste here. But AP shell damage, yeah, we probably saw a little bit of a boost on that assault on the Vanguard, for instance, but one salvo would have made up that difference. So if we waited 3 more seconds, got another salvo off, that wipes out the gains by a long shot. So here we're just getting a straight up DPM boost, so I think this is just a straight up better. You're going to be shooting a lot more HE, even though you want to use the AP when you can. Angus equals D. These are the kinds of teams we've had all day. Great. Yeah, last night we actually... I mean, I was playing with Division players who were really good players to begin with, so that made it easier. But then we were actually getting good teammates as well, which was bizarre. Like, there's several games that we didn't really have to do too much. Maybe you're late? Nope. Everyone's exactly where they're supposed to be at all times. Amagi? Yes. Try and keep that one in mind. That does sound juicy. Alright, what do we got here? Same map as last night when I played the ship. Okay, let's see, what do we got here? King George, good night now. A lot of cruisers.
Action stations.
Base trade and slot 4 stronger, yeah. But, I mean, that's the problem here, is like a guy who's trying to upgrade a bunch of different commanders. I already got a 14.2 Halsey, 14.3 maybe, I don't know what it is. Who works, you know, the other guy's just going to be slightly better. So do I want to put 3-4 weeks of resources into getting slightly better performance on, you know, a line that I played as often as the next line, but that's the problem. I don't specialize on one line like a lot of players do. Or like 2 or 3 lines, or even one class, you know. Let's see if we can get him to turn. Oh, come on now. Good, it's even juicier. Yeah, you're gonna want to move, dude. Come on. What? What?
Enemy severely damaged.
Yeesh. You don't want to get shot by this thing.
Spotter airborne.
Look out. You don't want to get shot by this thing. Might be in the game. Alright, well, if you're in the game on the other team, just mute the stream and play fairly, that's all I ask. Oh. The next pick a premium winner. The Grafspee lobbies finally succeeded. Look out! You don't want to get shot by this thing.
Target penetrated.
Look at these broadsides over here. Holy shit. Looks like they're wising up finally. Let's see if we can get rid of this guy. Playing Trental's hard enough. Oh, he might dodge that one. Fuck. Get him!
All stations.
Trying to keep this Mayhan alive.
Designated target.
That's kind of frustrating if you get all three of those ships down to one shot and nobody's finishing them off. Like, what is going on, guys? Oh, okay, there's one. I think that'll get over, but kind of need a Hail Mary to keep this thing going. Well, it's not even... Oh, he's in the smokes.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target. Acknowledged.
Oh. Like, this guy needs to get the fuck out of there. Bourbon Kid. What's this guy's name? Look out. Oh, it's...
Our team is taking the
Okay.
lead.
Alright, so the man got the Treno. I don't know if I can make that turn or not. Come on. Huge difference between the West Virginia and California. I mean, these are bigger caliber guns, I believe. I don't know, I haven't done a direct comparison on them. At least not lately. I mean, the California I think is underrated. That thing, the more I play it, the more I like it. This one, though, I haven't seen a whole lot of West Virginias on the loose. These guys should be able to handle this Jervis. If they ever... There he goes. So these guys basically sat in the base the whole game. We'll see if it pays off or not, but I'm kind of guessing it's probably not going to pay off for him. Yeah, we got a huge overload over there, so we don't have to worry about it. We've got 2 destroyers on the east. We probably need some help. Alright, he's done. Yeah, there's a few ships like that, yeah. Like, you can set up the British cruisers with Tierwit at least. I haven't investigated if you can or not with the regular cruiser commanders, but if you can get those detections below the radar range, then yes. If you get spotted, pop the radar, then you automatically have the destroyer or whatever the offending ship is within your detection. Pretty strong. Leanda blew up the Mahan who was trying to rush him, apparently.
I need support. Verstanden.
Better torp belt on the Cali. And this one, neither of them are mobile, but this one's a little bit better in terms of mobility. Shit. Do I go all the way over there?
Our victory is in sight.
Problem is, if I go south here, they are going to keep pushing north. I might have... It's going to take longer to get to them. But if I go all the way around here, you got to figure that little stretch there is probably 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. Another 30 seconds to get over there. Not the best pathing. Hope the salty potatoes are being kind. I haven't been horrible yet. Well, I mean, last game they're all dead pretty quickly, but in terms of pissing me off, they haven't done anything too bad yet. Be a good ship to try and get 10 sits with. Yeah, that one's more dependent on what the enemy's doing. Can't remember which ship I got it in. I think it was the Zaro when I was grinding it, but yeah, the British cruisers would be a good option. Alright, so that was a pretty good one. Oop.
We've destroyed an enemy battleship.
Can I remember you? I don't know. Not a bad going so far. How's the turret traverse? That's average-ish. I don't know what it is. We can take a look. With that build I got, it's 28.1, so actually pretty good. I mean, that's what the... I put Kedrov on here now, so we got Kedrov there, we got turret traverse here. So that's 1.5 plus 0.9, 2.4 seconds per... or degrees per second boosted with the build. Will they add a French legendary ship? Yeah, without a doubt. They're a little slower introducing them than I thought they'd be, but apparently they're playing the long game with the legendary tier. Just downloaded the game. Yeah, it is badass. A lot to learn, but hopefully enjoy it. I do have a beginner's series playlist on my channel if you want to learn all the mechanics and like go from Johnny Potato to above average in about 2 hours. 10 Citadels, you did it in the kid. Yeah, I mean, it's luck dependent, like you say. You got a broadside Aoba close enough that you can shred them. Alright. Let's see, what else can we play? Oh, the Amagi we were looking at. Let's bust out the old Amagi. You were on the Ataga, I was in the model. Last kill never gives damage? What are you talking about? We got the damage. It's like a 13k salvo. Oh, you wrote that, you're sorry. Yeah. No, you don't ever have to apologize for killing me. That's the point of the game. Or doing something with my team. I think that could be what you're talking about. I don't know. I get so many messages from people playing the game. It's pretty tough for me to... Plus, I don't have notifications, so I don't see them till the end. So if I play for like 2 hours, then I'll usually have about 10 messages at the end. And sometimes I can remember which games they're talking about. Sometimes I can't. Try a battleship speed build. Yeah, those are always options. Someone was saying they were getting the hood up to like 38 or so on the comments on that video. I think they're probably using that hood specific commander, that Azure Lane hood. Another one I'd love to test out, but I'm never going to put any points into that one just because they're going to keep introducing more and more, and it's going to be tough. Citadels in the Normandy, nice. Yeah, Citadels, I mean, the problem with those challenges are, it's basically just saying play the game, and eventually you'll randomly get lucky with the situation. Vlad? Ugh. one-shot that beast. Yeah, I'd say I got a little lucky there, to be honest with you. Oh. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Oh, he's still going. Alright, let's try it again. Well, that was a fun game, wasn't it, Vlad? Oh my god, he survived that? Whew. Yeah, if you're new to the game and you're playing Russian battleships, you cannot get shot in the side. You can do a lot of things, but you cannot get shot in the side. That's a pretty big loss for him right off the bat. Keep coming around, Chief. Nice. Teammates shooting destroyers. That's always a good sign. Oh. Look at these guys. Oh, he's backing up. Fuck. I thought he was going forward. Should have shot the Richie, I guess. I just wanted to kill an Amalfi. I don't think I've ever shot at one, to be honest with you. I was kind of excited there for a minute. Why you guys just shoot at me all the time? Hmm? Oh. I wanted him blowed up there. God damn it. Thought I could get through there. Trying to get away from... We're all essentially in the same line from an angling perspective. Trying to get some crossfires, but... that was costly. Might as well shoot since we're gonna be behind the island for a couple seconds. What? Alright, Odin's busting out. I'm gonna go broadside of that Colorado. I just gotta keep an eye on him. If he's paying attention right now, he can fuck me up, maybe kill me. But last I checked, he wasn't looking at me. This guy is, though. This fucking guy must really not like my shit. Booty on A-grade Citadel Farmer? I haven't played that shit lately. Maybe we should bust that one up. Gotta focus one ship at a time. Even though I really want to start shooting this fucking guy. Alright. Damn, they got the John Bart. Looks like he's dead. These fucking Richies, what is going... Oh, they're in a... All three of them are in a division. Oh, man. Now we done it. I think we're gonna die here, but I do want to see if we can help take this thing out. Oh yeah. Alright. If we can take him out, that should be a win. What the fuck, you guys? Shoot someone else. Punk motherfucker. Gunlock, yeah. If you want to use gunlock, go to controller settings, presets 3 or 4. I mean, each controller setting, the difference between each of them is like one button, so it shouldn't really take too long to get acclimated to whatever the new scheme you choose. Yeah, I mean, if you watch me play for about 3 seconds, you should see that I use gunlock constantly, so I consider it quite valuable. Predict 4 projects for Bureau? That'd be interesting. I mean, I think we got 2 confirmed right now, right? Shimakaze and Khabarovsk. Alright. So you can see we're up by 500 and, well, 580 points now, but it's a tough game to come back from when you concede all 3 caps. Those guys, I don't know if they really conceded any of them. It looked like a guy got on B pretty easily, but that might have been a flip. I don't know, but once the caps were established, I think they started off with A. They might have had B to begin with, and it took us a little while to get C just because it was that broadside Richie trying to capture it. But once the battle lines were drawn, the rest of their team was like 2-3 squares behind the caps, and that's when like our whole team can just kind of gradually push forward and get into them. Pretty tough to defend. Domination's all broadly about map control, and you want to control the part of the map that the caps are in. Playing behind them, trying to defend them that way, you're just going to gradually get pushed further and further back. Every Tactic Angel video, they ask about shell view. Does he use that a lot? So yeah, he's a big believer in that, I guess. To me, it seems rather masturbatory. Like, I fire the guns and I want to watch those shells and just kind of go, wee! Look at that! But maybe I'm missing something. I mean, gunlock to me is having the turrets ready to fire when you need them to fire is a huge increase in your damage per minute. Whereas if they're floating around constantly, your damage output for that match is dropping every time that you want to fire, but your guns are turning. So turret management to me is a high-level skill that needs to be worked on from the get-go. There's always that bird's eye view gunlock. I just didn't like that. That was the default on this game, obviously. But in the alpha, the default was the regular gunlock, which I got used to that and started liking it. Then didn't play for 2-3 months. Then the game actually came out, and I was like, "What the fuck did you guys do? This is way worse." Let's see. Maybe we should try. Let's try the T-61. I don't think we've played Destroyer yet, have we? The Edinburgh. Play Helena. Yeah, we could bust up the Edinburgh. I kind of like the Fiji a little bit more because it's pretty close in terms of dangerousness. Not nearly as defensive in terms of the armor, but you know, you're potentially facing tier 5s as opposed to 1 tier higher with Edinburgh. Overview isn't too bad. Yeah, I mean, some people say they like it more, which is fine. I mean, that's why there's options, obviously. But I mean, the fact that you have to hold that, it's just one more thing to think about when you're in the thick of things. The Leningrad? Yeah, I got that one. Now, what do we got? Gades, up the wazoo, Mahan, Grafby. What is this? Almost all tier 5s. Oh. Charlemagne? I suppose it is Halloween. We should bust that out. Okay, what are these guys doing here? Let's go ahead. I mean, this guy's obviously out of range, but we do want to... Usually you can line up where they spawn and then assume... Hope there's a destroyer. Now this guy was drifting more to the right, so obviously those aren't going to hit him, but...
Concentrate fire on the target.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Not gonna use my smoke, I'm just gonna sail out of the spot range. It might take some shots, but it is what it is. Okay. Looks like Gady might have turned him back around. I think he did. Oh, he's actually on A now. This cap, I always forget, you can be completely behind this island and still captured. He might have been on it the whole time. No, we're not doing divisions today, Gherkin. Yeah, these are kind of the prototypical hybrid destroyers. They're not really amazing at anything, but they're pretty good at most things. Let's see. I'm assuming he's about as tight to that island, as far forward as he can be. I don't know why this destroyer came all the way over here instead of capturing B. What? I like the national voiceovers, but in terms of what's going on with the torpedoes, they're a major disadvantage. Alright, so I get it, this guy wants the kill, but I basically can't torp this guy. Alright. So rather than fuck around with these guys for the next 10 minutes, we're going to capture and then go get B. Since that guy on our team didn't want to do it for some reason. And the guy on our team doesn't want to get C for some reason. Alright. Next Halloween to sell Dewey masks. Oh man. Alright, how much longer is this going to take to cap? Because this guy's on here. Looks like another... We've added about 15 seconds to the capture time so far. If you got a destroyer on the cap, don't get on it. I mean, I said that in one video and about half the people responding to that part disagreed with me. That's why. Like, I should be basically on B right now, flipping that. But if you got ships that are not going to be detected on the cap, you can either move in front of them and screen them, make sure the ships can't get towards them, or you can play behind them and support them that way.
全艦に次ぐ指定エリアの占領を開始せよ。
What's up, Flame? How are you? Alright. So we got a pretty good grip on this game. They've already lost all their destroyers, which is a problem for them. And the rest of their team is playing behind the caps, so really all they have to do is kill a couple cruisers and we should have this in the bag. Should is always the operative word. Your team will usually look at like a well-laid foundation for a game and be like, let's see, how can we fuck this up? What can we do here? Well, if I rush this battleship and get one shot, recently picked up the Prince Eugene. Yeah, it's a good one. That Vlad, I think you're on a little bit of a delay. Unless I don't think there's any Vlads in this game. Like really, the only thing preventing us from getting C is this graph speed. Looks like they're pushing him off at least. But he's got a, I don't know what his sonar range is, I don't ever play that ship, but... Okay, this guy thinks he's moving in that way, huh? And I mean, this is going to be one of those games where, you know, conceding all the caps early and then trying to come back. We'll just see how it works out for him. Oh, just the one, huh?
Feuer auf gegnerisches Kriegsschiff konzentrieren.
Someone else, I believe, is spotting this guy. Dare I test that theory? Alright.
Unser Team hat die Führung übernommen.
Nebelwerfer gestartet.
We gotta get rid of him. He's just not going down fast enough. So, oh my god. I don't think our smoke's blocking him.
Unser Team hat die Führung übernommen.
Nebelwand gelegt.
I mean, like, one of the keys to this team's, the red team's winning is to kill the destroyers, i.e. me being one of them. This graph view is kind of set up for it, but I guess the Bayern's just threatening enough to him that he can't really push me. So,
Wir haben einen gegnerischen Kreuzer versenkt.
now we got a pretty good shot here. Feel like last year's Halloween Commander was better. Let me think about that. I don't know. I'd say pound for pound, if you look just at the commanders, I'd say they're at least pretty close to each other. I think last year's are a little bit more useful. You got Japanese destroyers, which, I mean, that's a really popular line, the Japanese destroyer line. German battleship line, really popular. And who was the other one? Oh, Einstein. Einstein's pretty damn useful. Let's see, this time we got Soviet destroyers, American destroyers, and what was the other one? Who was the third one? Oh, I don't. The German destroyer one's a little less cut and dry. I mean, like, basically the theory behind the German one is you're gonna land more torps just based on the volume that you're putting out there, but the damage per minute is dramatically reduced on that one. Alright, what's going on here? I think we'll do one there. I think I see him either turning in hard towards us or stopping. If we would have just done a normal spread, we would have probably killed him. I feel like did an S-shaped maneuver into that, though. That's hard to predict that. Double turn. Why is this guy still... Shoot this thing. I can't tell if this guy's playing or not. Alright. Probably kind of dumb, but I'm not really feeling reliant on these teammates right now. There we go. Alright, that should be the end of that one. Rust and Rumble got old quick, yeah. I never even played it once. Maybe I should fire up a game of that just to see how it is. I don't know, the feedback, I think it was just designed so the Ogniboy was supposed to be like really hard to get, pretty rare. Kind of special for the people that put in the time and effort. Cue the game show music, yeah. Well, that one was really never too much in doubt. I think he actually might beach. Well, I get one more salvo. Let's shoot it at this thing. I'm trying to. We got one there, but then the question is, does he turn that way? Which I think he probably would. Or if he turns in this way, obviously that's a miss. But looks like he's turning out. All right. Played 10 games max. I don't know, like the duck event, I can't remember what the reward was for that, but I wound up doing that one. That was grindy enough, but it sounds like this one's even more grindy. Alright, it's got about a 15-second cooldown on his damage con. I don't think this guy, there's no way he's playing, right? Is he? He's backing up. He's got at least one hand on the controller. Blind fire the smoke, I like it. It was a miss, but I like it. hours too tedious. Well, I mean, I suppose I'll play one game just to see what it's all about. T61, that's an old classic. Played ranked seasons in that one before. That's another good ship. Greasy Sam. The Rascal. Which one's Greasy Sam? I think I wanted to... That looks like... Yeah, that's the Benham one. Which one did you guys end up using? Well, it's a destroyer game, so torps aren't really going to be that useful. Polishing his Dewey, yeah, no doubt. You think the Lazarus is the good one? Yeah, that's what people were saying. You didn't do a division, did you, Jay? A lot of people that did it quickly were in divisions, it seemed like. Ognavoy wasn't worth the grind. Probably will never play it. I thought it was a pretty good ship. I don't know. I mean, it's unique in terms of what it's got going on for the Russian line. Yeah, Greasy Sam and Lazarus. Which one's the Lazarus? Is that the Ognavoy? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that'd be the other one. I wouldn't be a huge fan of the German, this one. Oh, so it's all... Oh, no. I thought... Looked like all the teams were... I'm already not feeling this.
General quarters.
What is it? So it's domination mode? Is that the deal? Seems like a pretty big map. So I think what you guys were telling me is just basically a straight up gunfight, right? Kind of like the Duck event, but with different graphics. Oh. Oh, he's behind there. This thing backs up like a madman. What's going on here?
Concentrate fire.
Seems like the ships move differently. Oops, got a 2v1 over here. That's not good. Alright, so we got speed boost. There's no smoke if I recall, right? Oof! That guy bailed me out big time. Seems like this one has flatter trajectory than the normal Americans. Flying around like a wild beast. Yeah, it looks like... Okay, so they can start and stop on a dime, is that the deal? Oh, he's gonna eat that? Whoops!
Enemy destroyer sunk.
So I don't get what those capture points were right off the bat, because it doesn't look like they're actually doing anything. Oh, now they're back. What the hell is this? Alright, so you have to actually win the game to get a bonus, I'm assuming. So you should stay with your team. Ships are on steroids. Oh fuck. How am I getting spotted?
The ship is on
Is there
fire.
no concealment? Well, if our teammates are going down here, I guess we gotta go down there.
Problem solved, sir.
Let's capture a base and see what happens. What's up, Sin City? Ships are a lot faster. Yeah, it seems like they can... It's kind of like the ducks. You can stop and start right on a dime. Well, how long did that take to capture? Like 2 seconds? Yeah, so we got a solo here. We should be going for that 3 spot is what we should be doing. Oh, they're low though. Looks like we're set up for victory.
Torpedoes to port.
I don't get what capturing does. Just XP. 10 tabs each. Okay. Well. I guess we'll go over here. Oh, we do have speed boost. What did I just pop? The shield. What is that? Whoops.
Engine boost activated.
I don't even know what it is. I probably wouldn't have used it, but... So there's set point values based on what you're actually doing. Here we go. Wow, that guy's way faster than I thought. Still want to get torqued. Give me a little double kill, little John action.
Engine boost deactivated.
Oh, what the fuck? So what is this shield?
The ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir.
Yeah, bring the noise, bring the funk. Like the spotter plane? Yeah. What does it do? Decreases damage for 10 seconds? Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. You would think a shield would kind of protect you. Oh, nice shot there. See if my team wants to help me. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die, but I think we'll be alright, hopefully. I don't feel like I've knocked out any rudders, but maybe I just haven't noticed. Usually that's kind of what you want to do when you're torpedoing destroyers, is knock the rudder out right in there. About to cross. Whoops.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
No medals. Oh, the Lazarus is a heal. Interesting. Alright. Well, undefeated in my Rust and Rumble career. We'll take it. So you get 200 for... That seemed like it was probably a fairly decent game. I don't know. Maybe we could have gotten some more caps or something. But 200, you need 31,000. Holy shit. Let's do some math here. 31, like 250, right? 156 games at that level. Yeah, that would have completely shut down my YouTube channel for like 2 weeks, probably. Watch you on my Rumble team. I'm retired from Rust and Rumble, unfortunately. Rather harder to knock out. Yeah, I don't know if it happened or not. I can't remember for sure, but I don't recall specifically seeing it too often. Yeah, what else should we see? Someone was asking for a Helena earlier. Let's give it a whirl. Under 90 is very good. Yeah, so I mean, if let's say the average is like 150, then that's even more. Pushing probably closer to 200 games. In terms of all the ships were moving, it felt like the duck boats. That was kind of the key to that one too, just kind of juking, going back and forth. Alright, what do we got here? So we're tier 6. Trap, okay. 1 destroyer per team. So because we got spotting over here, I was thinking about playing right here to start with on this corner, but because we're going to have somewhat better spotting over here, hopefully, theoretically. We'll play this edge instead. Tier 2 and 3 get bonuses. That's a good point. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should have just grounded out. If I could have played, like, for... I don't know. Whatever. I got so many ships I can't keep track of them anyways. Molotov? That does sound pretty good. Beat it with Hyde. No, I've never really experimented with the GK. That one's probably my least played legendary. We need legendary tier to like get fleshed out before it's going to be worth playing, in my opinion. But so far, some of the gameplay has been maddening. It's like you deploy and then 3 minutes in the game you look at the map and you're like, oh my god, everyone backed up. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Wait till I stop a little bit. Right now this Colorado could one-shot me, so I don't want to start shooting. Even though this guy's... I might lose shots on this guy, but... Oh, fuck. Rather not go back to the port quite yet. Alright. That 6K was a pretty good... I thought that thing was more angled than it might have been. Well, I'd love to shoot him, but we got 2 ships here. Yeah, when you think you're going to get good spotting and then this happens... Like, your team will definitely throw a wrench into all plans. Yeah, I'm going to pop the plane because they're probably going to die. Come on, back that thing up. Come on. Oof. That was pretty lucky, to be honest with you. Alright. Drop spot. Let it calm down for a second. thing?
All stations.
Alright, so we gave him C for no reason. That must be where their destroyer is. What the fuck is our destroyer doing? He's 2 feet from the fucking DeGrasse. Alright. That's my most used command, by the way.
Nice work.
And no, I never use it as intended. Actually, maybe I've used it once or twice for an actual good play, but it's usually to congratulate destroyers for killing themselves. Alright. So this is what I'm talking about. If you play behind the bases and the red team plays on the bases, you will lose the game all the time. To win this game from this position is going to be extremely difficult. Bordering on impossible. I mean, right now this New Mexico and Shinors can just start rushing through here and ripping us up. Double fire there, we'll take that. Oop. I swear I got prop mod on this. Like, I'd be shocked if I don't, but this thing is not responsive. And yes, that would have been a great AP salvo. I agree with what you're thinking. What's up, Myron Iden? Alright.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
This guy's got some balls.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
Balls or he's retarded, I don't know which. The Shinars is 100% fucking me up though. If you don't realize that at home when you're watching, you'll soon find out.
All stations reporting the position of a strategic target. Destroying enemy cruiser.
Come on. Come on, keep me alive. Keep me alive. That's going to be a sweet play for him. He can torp both me and this guy at the same time. If he knows what he's doing. Oh, didn't need to torp him, alright. Motherfucker. Ay, caramba!
The enemy team has taken the lead.
I find it hard to believe that the enemy's winning that one. So once again, I mean, but if you concede all the caps like that, we have to kill all the ships. Now, can they do that? Potentially. There's about 8 minutes left. But they got a destroyer, we don't. They got better map control, we don't. They got caps that are generating points, we don't. So that one, if it looks like a loss and it smells like a loss, it's probably a loss. Played a rumble match, messed up your navigation. I don't think I did anything too bad there. Let me see that ship build. Yeah, maybe just compared to the Rust and Rumble, it feels sluggish. Yeah, I got the prop on there. I don't know. Man, can you imagine what that's like without that thing? Whew. Alright, well. Let's see, what else can we play? How about a little Bismarck? Now that you guys kind of got me hooked on the Bismarck, nobody asked for it anymore. There we go. Need some IJN love? Ooh, yeah. Do I think COVID has helped my channel grow? It's tough for me to tell. There's a pretty decent chance it did, because there was months where people weren't leaving at all, you know. It's one of the challenging things as a YouTuber, trying to read the clues that are out there in terms of what's going on. Like right now, I get a lot of reports from people saying they're not getting notifications, and once in a while YouTube either throttles the channel because who knows why. They're swearing too much, or they don't like the cut of their jib, or they're changing their internal algorithms, or who knows what the fuck's going on over there. They don't tell you anything. So a lot of people have been saying they're not getting chances to watch the videos. That's why I've been putting alerts on the Discord. I mean, if you guys haven't joined the Discord, there's a link in the description there. I don't know. It's always tough to tell with what's going on. But I would have to assume, yeah, it probably did. I think it probably helped all channels equally, though, you know, because if people were inclined to watch my stuff, they probably would have found it anyways. But now they just have more time to view videos, you know. Wonder if it played out in the metrics. Yeah, I don't know. What are you doing, man? That's the best fucking plan you could come up with, was to stall us both. Questionable. Why do I have HE, for God's sakes? It's actually probably not too bad for me right there. So these secondaries look like they kicked in right about 10. I thought I had a little more range on these. I want that fucking flint. Damn it. Even though the Wichita's more dangerous, the Flint's got the smoke, you know. Damn it, that sucks. Wasted the plane shot on a blind fire. I'm gonna pop the sonar. I think the Flint has really long range torpedoes. Usually when I'm playing against the Flint, I either forget it has torpedoes or I underestimate them. Oh my god. See, the secondary build is way more effective than the main gun build if you aim like I'm aiming this game. I don't know why you would turn when the shots are in the air like that, dude. I mean, the Wichita is probably one of the ships the Bismarck's really good at dealing with. So we got a fair amount of damage on him. Just passively. We got a rare Citadel on a Scharnhorst last night. Can't remember what ship I was in, but see that? Now they're going off at 10.8, so I don't know why they kicked in so late on the Wichita. Unless I just missed the first opening salvo.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
Where is this fucker? He's angled, I think. That's probably why he's tough to hit. Nah. There he's going. So my secondary was outranging this guy, so we can assume I got a better secondary build. In that case, I don't need to close in on him. So we do have a slight advantage if we're outside of his, but not he's not within ours. Or he's within ours, I mean.
All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
9 kilometers on the Flint Torps. That's what I thought, yeah. I got burned by that ship, I think 2 or 3 days ago. Just completely misread the torpedo situation. Secondary is better accuracy. Yeah, we'll see what the secondary rework. Who knows when it's going to show up, but that was one of their long-term plans, or maybe mid-term plans that they talked about over the summer. Alright, so if they're going to concede A, we're kind of conceding a lot of score by not actually being on this. Now this guy, the Bismarck, could probably keep resetting us. That's why I'm not in a major hurry to get on this, but I'm kind of surprised my secondaries aren't shooting over there. The rounds similar to sap rounds. I mean, I'd never used sap rounds, so I'm not that familiar with them. I've read about them before, but then I forget shortly thereafter. It sounds like they're basically like a hybrid of HE and AP. Now they get on the base right as we get reset. I mean, this Bismarck can basically reset all 3 of us with the secondaries. God damn it. Alright, well, if we can capture the base, that'd be ideal. I want to rush this guy. The problem is he's got crossfires over here. But we need to wrap this flank up and rather quickly, so we have to kill this thing. The problem is if we're trying to control both ends, you kind of have to clear out this backside, i.e. over here, because we're going to be facing over this direction for the rest of the match. We can't have this thing just sitting here bombing on us. Come on, just get the base. Now they're getting C, fuck. Looks like their destroyer's over there. Alright, we gotta get moving. This isn't gonna work. Just gonna go back around there so we're not in their spawn. Alright. So we're doing fine there. We're just gonna go on B and get that. This thing might make it pretty difficult. Fuck, these guys lost a lot of HP. Okay, how do we win this one? I mean, if they kill the destroyer, odds go way up. If they can't, if those guys both die to that destroyer, then we're pretty much done. Because these guys, you can, for score purposes and strategy purposes, consider them dead at this point in time. They're going to be there for a little bit, occupying this guy's energy. But he's going to kill them, get on A. So, this thing needs to die, and they need to get back C. Come on. You see those shots going back here? These guys are not trying to win the game. So you can already put this one as a loss if you're keeping score at home. He's just sitting there, you fucking morons. Whether or not you kill those destroyers when they're spotted determines who wins and loses the game, usually. If you refuse to shoot them, you're going to lose the game. Teammates got about 500 HP, yeah. I mean, that's another plus of gun lock, is you keep your guns where you want them, and then you need to be checking both teams' HP. God, I did not think he was going to be looking at me. Yeah, this thing pushing in might be a problem. I'm gonna have to eat these shots in the side. There's nothing to do about it. We gotta turn away. Odin's obviously looking to get close to us and torp us. We already know that. That Odin. It's one. Don't beach here. God damn it, I just fucked that up. Alright. Oh, they did kill the destroyer. That's the good news. So we do have a slight chance in this one. Try and get him thinking about this before we die. Comes the torps. My God, will you guys get into a fucking position where you're semi-relevant to the outcome of the game? There's another salvo. I'm gonna try that hard turn again. We're going down, we know that. It's just, what can we do before then? We'll see if you pre-aim for this turn or not. Looks like those are actually gonna hit me, so. Kind of a risky play, but. Ah, got me. Fuck. Thought I could pull it. That was a well-aimed salvo by him. Shit, we didn't even get B. I mean, it's two cruisers, so they should be able to bully that, but I mean, I see these guys getting fucked up. I don't know about you guys. Chop I have in Flint. That's that fucking Flint from the beginning. Yeah, I don't see that one going as a W. I mean, I got 2 minutes. What do you guys think? Yeah, I mean, killing the Odin wasn't the issue. I guess I should have displayed a little more conservative. Nice shot there. That just saved the game. I mean, it'd be really nice if they got on B just to seal the deal, but that was a nice shot. Angled chop I have. Of course, it's not its old glory days where it's invincible, but that's about a high, better than a 45-degree angle. So a lot of those shells were hitting with chance to ricochet potentially, unless they're overmatching, which I don't think they would. I don't know, though. I don't know that much about the armor schemes. Should be a win now. Prior to this thing, like, if these guys are going to firebomb both of these battleships, I don't think they would have won, but that shot forces the Flint. Now he can't fire undetected. He's got to fire, he's got to come forward and show at least half of his ship, the middle section of his ship. to get the spotting on these guys, so, and then they'll blow them up. So that was an excellent shot by the Richie. It did cost him his life, but that's a great trade in that position. Because you just got to understand those cruisers can fuck you guys up. If they're focus firing those battleships like they were, and they can remain alive long enough, they'll win those fights. So that's actually a pretty interesting game. Let me just text my boss here. Let's see.
Das war ein großartiges Gefecht.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, it ended up being a win. It was a lot closer than it should have been, that's for sure. Those are the games I like playing where who's likely to win goes up and down. Owsley Stanley here, we got a deadhead. He was the guy that built their sound system and made their LSD. Yeah, that was a fun one. I don't know, just the guys that were way back behind A, you know, you can get that far out of position. That Odin, for instance, I mean, they eventually got over to B, but it took them, 4 or 5 minutes, which that's a lot of points in those tight games. That's a lot of points. That was a pretty fun one, though, I thought. Let's see, what else? We haven't played the DeGrasse for a while. Let's fire up this old bad boy. Molotov or Edinburgh. What's up, JR? How you doing? Yeah, if you can get moored off, like Jeremy's saying, I think he's a slightly better version than Halsey. If I found a bag of 1,000 promotion orders laying in the grass, I would promote him heavily. But you gotta. I don't know if there's gonna be more commanders this year. I mean, we gotta expect aircraft carrier commanders at some point. At least one per nation. Okay, let's see. What do we got over here? Where's our guy? Dead in the water. Oh, no, he's moving. This map's pretty open over here, so we're going to have to play a little more careful. So basically what you can do here, you can see I'm basically, if you're looking on the map, I'm at the tip of the forward tip of our base, and then you can see my firing angles at the forward tip of their base. So now I can say they're likely about in range, and that's how you can judge when to turn if you're planning on doing an opening move turn. Sometimes you see people making these maneuvers, but if you do that analysis on the map, they're like a grid short on there, so they're not quite checking where the enemy likely is. Now, it's possible they're all backing up on the red team and we're out of range, but if our Maz over here ever spots, we might be in range of some people. This is another ship. You'll see me misuse the consumables the entire time because they're all in different spots than they normally are. Alright. Poltava, hardly Noah. Might fire an AP at that thing if it stays that angle. We were talking about that last night. The French cruiser AP's better than you think. Looks like we pissed him off sufficiently. Yeah, 2K, I don't know. It's probably roughly comparable what we'd be getting with the HE. If you're getting about the same damage with the AP as you would be with the HE, then you use the HE, because then you get the fire chance as well. Yeah, this is going to be kind of a backline cruiser game. Assuming we don't get over to that end of the map, but... Man, he shoots the whole Tava for 3k damage and he just wants to fuck you up. I'm actually going to reposition this side. I'm going to move kind of behind that cluster of dead weight over, or teammates over there. But we got to keep an eye on the base because that's going to give them a free shot. They got a destroyer screaming right up here, up this lane. He's going to beeline for the base. But I can't be the only ship over here getting shot by 3 ships. It's just not going to work. Okay, well... Nice. Dev struck the Ismail. I wonder what happened there. What do you think happened? I really want to rush that destroyer down. This New Mexico's preventing that. Yeah, this is a really tough flank. Like, the DeGrasse is a good ship, but we're not like a tanky New Mexico type shots. But we'll just keep running and gunning. Here he is, that little fuck. Yeah, I told you he made a beeline for the base, right? Busted engine. If this guy's gonna guard the base and then not shoot the guy that's fucking coming for the base. They got a pair of destroyers over here. Look at this shit. My god. And they're gonna wind up killing me and then get right on there and win the game. This is like a really well played capture the base mode game. Alright, you wanna do this? Let's do this.
Boost des moteurs désactivé.
Leander's not looking. As many torps as we can get down, the better, you know. Just small percentage chances of hitting them, but you never know. What is your team doing? That is the question of my life. We'll give him one of those. I mean, we got destroyers who think they're going to get into their base. We'll see if they can do it. Why are you shooting, dude? He's apparently bored. Or he figures I can't aim. French guy gets into it. I love it. Yeah, we're running out of real estate back there. Shit. Oh, we got another fucking destroyer over here. Ah! Technically, we are on their base if they can kill that battleship. The problem is they're gonna have 2 or 3 ships capturing on our base, so they're gonna be doing it quicker. Now, let's see if this guy's got the balls to move in. Looks like he does. So yeah, that's a loss. There's no one to reset, so there's nothing we can do. Great fucking game, Blue. Lars, thanks for subbing. Appreciate that. Switching between Abby and Violet. Yeah, I don't know. You can make a case for either. I mean, DPM wise, if you're going strictly on the numbers, they're better with the torpedoes than they are with the guns. I got him running with Violet, who's more of a gun focus. It's a hard line. I don't know. There's some people that are really good at them. Alright, why don't we play our old buddy Nikolai 1. What's up, Phil? How you doing? Yeah, that's pretty much it, Jeff. You just kind of have to research a build, figure out what you want to do, and then stick with it. The problem you run into with the promotion orders is if you like, all right, I got JoJo up to 14, but then I decide I want Gui Prod or whatever leveled up, you know. I mean, if you're a French battleship main, then maybe putting those resources into it's worthwhile. If they got interesting inspirations you want to use, maybe it's worthwhile, but you know, at that point in time, you've put about 2+ months of promotion orders into those guys. That's a lot of dedicated resources. The Emperor. Boy, начинается. We were doing all Russian divisions, all German divisions last night. Those were pretty fun. What do we got here? Tier 4s, Tier 3s. 1 destroyer. Pretty good lineup for us. Where the fuck is this guy going? I bet you his TV's like set up so it's sideways. And he thinks he's going over here, but don't do it, boy, don't do it. Oh, we did it. Oh, you lucky fuck. Got it scheduled for the POs? Yeah, I do too. The problem is I always deviate from it because I get like last minute ideas.
Concentrate fire on the enemy.
My little, I guess, late night deviations, or I don't know. It's my one-off ideas set me back continuously. It's like when I put 14 points into Galler because I thought maybe I'd want to play the Poltava as the rank ship, and I played it for like 2 games, and I'm like, this isn't going to work. So it's like 3 weeks of setbacks for some harebrained idea. Whew! Ravizia, my boy! Oh, let's see if this Texas wants. Oh, he wants me dead. Fuck. That's a problem. That's a problem. Especially if we beach, which I think we're actually gonna. Yep. Kirov's back. Hello. Fuck, he got me. He got him. A shot from the Tejas. Destroyer's on the other side, and he got sunk. That's a good development. Man, that Texas fucked me up. And I thought I was at a pretty good angle by the time that shot was fired. Phoenix is just another glorious ship to shoot at. It's not Danae or one of those type of ships, but it's pretty damn fun. Campaign for 200 promotion orders. That would be dope. I would be all over that campaign. That's a good idea. You guys should actually suggest that to him. Yeah, I mean, the ships are always fun. And it's, you know, new players. Good opportunity for them to get premium ships so they can do missions, but the problem we got here is to flip the guns around. We're gonna have to, 3 of them are gonna have to go about 300 degrees, so it's about a 2-minute turret traverse here. I do want to fight this guy because he's. The other option is I can pull forward here and then fire off this angle right here. How did this guy get that's the same camo that you got on the Alabama. I didn't know that ship had that. Oh, lucky bitch. Heals out the bottleneck, yes, absolutely. Look at how stalemated it is over here. Alright, so we got our guns facing forward again, which is a plus. Where to go is the question. Starting to be insignias. I mean, the problem is there's always going to be more and more commanders. I've had no problems with insignias, let me just put it that way. Yes, I could promote more commanders to 16 if I had a bunch more, but getting them to 14 requires 1 insignia. And that's usually the sweet spot for most commanders. So if someone was like, I'll give you 500 promotion orders or 20 insignias, I'd take the promotion orders. Where are these guys going? This Stroh's the fun. Oh. Both these cruisers are one-shots. This guy's a problem, this Texas. And then anything can happen over here. You can't count on anything over there. Oh my god, he's right there. That was... I thought he was like coming around this island right here, or I never would have... Fuck. It might have been a throw. I should probably go... Going for the ram is textbook. I don't know if he's... Looks like he's trying to stop, so maybe... He's turning his turret, so this guy seems like he's playing pretty well. The problem is, like, let's say I begin to beat him in a fight in terms of HP, then he can just pretty easily ram me at that point, too. Fuck! How is this guy smoking my ass, man? Guess we're over angled. We probably should. Pretty easy answer to that question. There we go. Instead of whining about me getting back, why don't you just fucking move forward like 2 feet and actually participate in this battle? That'd be much more productive, in my opinion. This guy's had like a 10-minute plan to get on this guy's flank. Let's see if it pays off. Looks like we are winning our stalemated side, at least a little bit, so. Oops. Let's see if I can make this risky play to get out of here. Oh, he's coming back for me. Shit. That sucks. He's gonna kill me here. Yeah. Apparently, I don't know if this guy dropped spot from her or what. Oh, he popped his smoke. Got me killed. Why aren't you on the fucking base, man? This guy is doing the opposite of everything we need him to do. Oh, my God. 40 universal accommodations. You got 750 POs. Holy shit. The BS suffix is like, what does it actually mean? I don't know. It's a ship that was released for like Japanese players in that market. Someone will know the name. Texas professional clubber, yeah. He definitely was playing well. I did not expect him. I thought he was like still inching around that island that we were looking at. Otherwise, I'd never come around that bend like perpendicular to that dude. I mean, that could still end up throwing the game because that Strozovoy he's dead at any moment. The Kaiser behind us is dead at any moment. Those guys are. You can count them out when you're evaluated. Alright, well. What else? What do you guys want to see? Your own team's often the real enemy. It's usually the cause of your losses, I mean. There's no dude about that. Oh, we want Edinburgh. Let's see, where is it? There it is. This is one you can set up for stealth radar if you want. I think I can do it with Tyrwood. I don't know if you can do it with the cruiser commanders or not. I don't think so, but Blue Sky, that's what it is. Yes. Thank you, Bacon. Yes, this is a nice camo. It's a good looking, it's a handsome ship. God, Hotnik. That's always intriguing. Do I have the gas gone? No, I don't have that anymore. I mean, it's not horrible. It's another one of those ships where if I came out and said I'd give it a recommendation, then people would jump down my throat because it's probably the worst tier or green, probably the worst tier 7 green XP ship. I think that would be a fair assessment. I actually have not seen too many of them, but I believe if I recall from playing it when I was testing it out, was armor is not great, but you gotta show a fair amount of broadside to get that back turret in. I don't know. It's been a little while since I played that one, though. Hotnik, another vote. I could see some Germans. What's up, Wayne? How you doing? Enbra. Kamikaze game? Potentially. Oh, fuck. He dropped his smoke and then, like 2 seconds before or 2 seconds after I did. See if we can wreck this Wichita. To do so, we'd have to actually hit him, not in the hull. A little better. Alright, so we got a destroyer that's playing this backside of this island. This is a really juicy torp opportunity for that guy if he's got the angle. So. Busted engine. If you see those orange sparks coming out of the smokestacks, that's when the engine's busted. There we go.
We sank an enemy destroyer. Off to a cracking start.
He's angling now. Might as well just get on the base, get some points, get the cap a little bit quicker. We got a fairly robust fleet south of us, but they're all kind of lined up, so potentially we can move over here, help support B a little bit. Gonna have to be very careful doing that though, because these guys, if we're not paying attention. Plus the Roma's moving this way, so he's taking away the disincentive for the cruisers to move forward. Yep, here they come. Oh shit. That's a problem. He's done his job. He's nuked the one battleship and then died in the process. And no, that's not... That is sarcasm, in case you're wondering. This guy better not fucking ram me. Fuck! 2 days in a row I do that shit! Sorry anyone wearing headphones, but my god. I got juked last night and it was embarrassing. That was even worse. Oh, we're in trouble. I mean, we're angled at this guy. The hull's invincible, but the angle of shells are coming in. They're going to be hitting the deck a lot. Was a good play. Kept you alive. There's other ways to... Well... Fine, I guess, but in general, I'm not sacrificing myself as a DD for any of my teammates. Just because they're not. You can't just trust in your random teammate out there. I'm hypercritical of Udachis just like I used to be hypercritical of John Bart's. It's just there's a lot of shitty Udachi play right now, and often that's what they try and do. They load into a game. They think, how can I torp a battleship? I used to play, or I've been playing AI. I learned how to do it. You go right up to them, and you get as close to the Edinburgh, or as close to that Wichita as I was. And at that range, obviously, you cannot possibly miss, unless you're a master spud like I am. That's the thinking. But if I'm gonna trade a Udachi for a battleship, usually that's a bad trade. Wasn't that big of a deal in this particular game, this particular instance. You guys could probably tell better than I am. You know, I'm trying to play moving a little bit faster than when you're just watching the game, but nevertheless, I'm gonna keep making the point over and over again just because it's so fucking common, and I've lost a lot of fucking games because of it. But you also lose games by getting your cruiser 2 feet from the enemy cruiser and then missing when you have torpedoes and they don't. So, there's plenty of room for criticism all around. You can feel the T-Bolt now. Alright, what's going on here? There we go. I mean, yeah, you're right. Dick Tracy. Oh, I like that. By the way, I watched Dick Tracy again for the first time in like 20 years. That is such a bizarre movie. It like skips from scene to scene very rapidly. Which was the same criticism I had on that Midway movie. I watched that the other day. Alright, motherfucker. Will you just go? But yeah, in general, you're right. I was predicting a turn one way or the other. He just kind of turned the other way, but nevertheless, you don't want to be missing those point-blank shots. Wow, what the fuck?
Victory is in sight.
The other thing to consider, you're saying he saved my ass. I don't know about that, because John Bart against me knows it, and he's going to have a hard time dealing damage, whereas he's broadside. I can fucking rip him to shreds, plus hit him with the torpedoes. Even I can probably hit that battleship at point-blank range with the torpedoes. So, I don't necessarily buy that premise. Like, as soon as I angled towards that guy, the threat to me went way down. But I'm not going to, if he's sacrificing himself for the team, fine. I just, in general, I see destroyers who think it's a good play to trade their destroyer for a battleship when almost always it's not a good play. That's why I continue to make the point over and over again. Midway is not a good movie. I mean, it's just so jumpy. I don't understand the style. Like, I like Tarantino, like Hateful Eight, where there's like 2 scenes, or movies like that, for 3 hours, like nothing happens. Most people would be bored shitless out of it. But this movie, it's like, they're doing one thing and then it cuts, to the next scene, and then they're like, all right, let's polish up this battleship, and then, and then it's Pearl Harbor. It's like, what the fuck, can we get a 3-second lead into this shit? At least tell us who these people are that we're watching. I don't know. I'm not the best movie critic because I don't really like any movies that are made recently. Alright, let's find something Let's see, what could we play? Yeah, the way I understand it is the Xbox version will have it on day one because it's backwards compatible. So you'll basically be playing this console's version of it. And then I guess PlayStation and eventually Xbox will both have some sort of updated. Presumably they're going to tune it to the new consoles. How big of a difference it'll be, I have no idea. But from what I understand, Xbox will have a lot more backwards compatibility. And then you can just download everything. Jonas Brothers in the movie? Were they in Midway? I mean, I know the name Jonas Brothers. I couldn't pick them out of a three-man lineup standing next to Shaquille O'Neal. Let's see, Mahan, Koenigsberg. Looks like we got some tier 4s. Marblehead. That one you always got to be a little suspicious of. That could be the same dude that was in the Texas, for all we know. Yeah, 1917. I've heard a few people say that's pretty good. And if we're gonna play over here, you gotta really watch for cross shots from the middle. Like usually, if I'm playing the middle, I'm looking for these ships making the move I'm making right now. So if you're gonna move over, you gotta do it with a little bit of gusto. Greyhound, one of my viewers actually sent me like a pirated copy, like a link to it, but I just didn't have time to watch it. One of them was in Midway. Yeah, I didn't recognize any of the actors in there. I'm so out of tune, like I have no idea what's going on with Hollywood. Oh, he's on Marblehead. Oh. Apparently he's not the threat that we suspected he possibly could have been. Damn it. If he torps me here, I'm going to be really upset. She might, if we're sitting near beach. Alright, everyone just pretend this game didn't happen. There we go. So basically, when he's angled in there, if you really pay attention, I aimed up about a third of the ship like that. And that's the Citadel's still located in that region. A lot of times if they're coming at you that close, like angled like that, then aim it up a little bit. Like Waterline, we probably would have missed some shots or just straight up, not done much damage. Yeah, that was kind of lucky. He could still have torps down. I mean, they're like, I think they're about 20 knots in the water. No, I can't remember what the number is. It's like high 40s or something. Okay, let's see what's going on here. I'm thinking this queen came from our side spawn. So we probably have cleared flank at this point. Midway had so many recognizable actors. Oh, Woody Harrelson. Yes. I did recognize Woody. I forgot he was in there. I don't know if Cheers is still on Netflix. Like, I read it Netflix a little while ago, but That one I've gone through 2 or 3 times on Netflix. That's a good show. Okay.
Сконцентрировать огонь на
So I'm
указанной
trying to establish crossfires. The problem is I think I can't really check on the ship over there that's broadside of their entire team. I usually would want to check right now to see how long he's going to be alive because they're going to react once he's dead. Königsberg, eh? Let's try that and see what happens. Oh, look out, Chief.
Penetration.
Yeah. Yeah, there goes the bait over there. So
Сфокусировать огонь на вражеском корабле.
now we're going to be essentially the front line. Either that or they're going to come back towards the base, try and defend B.
Захватить указанную точку.
Man. Montecuccoli, should I rush a Queen Elizabeth or not? That's what he should be asking himself, and the answer should be no.
Назад.
They filmed on the kid. I mean, Midway had maybe 5 to 10 minutes of interesting shit in it. Like, some of the CGI battle scenes were kind of cool. But as a whole, I thought it was just a really jumpy movie. It's kind of cranked out for the summer blockbuster season or whatever. Just my opinion. Okay, here he is.
Concentrate fire on that enemy warship.
I'm really worried about that queen sinking me right here. I gotta get clear of this little ridge before I can angle properly. Definitely don't want to beach on that.
All stations, concentrate fire on that target.
Shit, he's not even gonna come around.
Отличный бой.
How are we down to 3 ships? What the fuck is going on here? Oh, man. Well. See if we can get him off. Gotta start somewhere. There he gone.
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
Wow. Shot. I think that's the queen back there. That one hurt. Yeah, there's pluses and minuses, Bugsby. I mean, how did you get torped by a Mayhan, dude? I didn't even think you could. If our other battleship was like getting on the base, that would make it a little easier. He like sailed all the way around the base just for... What the fuck was that? He turned? He's like, I really gotta get over there to die, you know. He's in a major hurry. Just get on B, man. That would give us a chance. Like, killing these 3 ships that all have more health than me, I can't do that. If you think you can do that, you don't understand what's going on. It doesn't matter how bad these guys are. I can't win this fight. I mean, it would be like a 1 in 100 type of a deal. So if he's counting on that happening, which whether he knows it or not, apparently he is counting on that. Losing strategy. Oh, you're back. Oops. Yeah, where's that third gun?
Fire.
Hit him.
Problem solved,
Oh.
sir.
Yeah. You can't win if nobody in your team wants to win.
You're the last one standing.
Oh, I'm very surprised, sir. At least these guys can't aim for shit, right? What the hell was that? Is that the destroyer? Or secondary? That's not secondaries. Oh, what was shooting me there? I mean, this Byron's actually doing a pretty good job. He's waiting for me to open. Oh, nice shot there. Thank you, last right, Zero. This poor New York, man. Thank you, Jay. 1 out of 100, so you're telling me there's a chance. Exactly. Yeah, pretty much. Well. Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't see any way we could possibly win that one. Maybe you guys might see something I don't see. Did we play a Magi earlier? I think we did. Thank you guys. Appreciate the support. Oh, we wanted a Tago earlier. Why don't we try a Megami just for shits? $30 health, yeah. 10k doubloons for the war spite. I don't know what the cost is. That was one I actually bought before I was a community contributor. That's still one of my favorite ships. I think it's probably still my most played ship. I've been trying to dislodge it just because it's been that way for a while, but I don't ever really get a chance to play ships over and over again. So it might go down as my all-time most played. How useful is upping the fire depression? In terms of, you're talking about like putting Deutsche Dewey on there or perks on the commanders to lower the fire chance. It's valuable, yeah, for sure. Especially in today's world. if you keep playing the game and you are tempted to get on Reddit or even get on Reddit and say, nerf the goddamn fire chance, WG, this is getting old, then yeah, if you're finding yourself in that situation, slap it on there. You know, put some points into sheer, you know, potentially pull off flammable cannoneer on your accuracy builds, use the defensive commanders, the brawlers, whatever you want to call them. Because there's a lot of HE flying around these days, and it is a problem, because most cruiser players will not shoot destroyers or cruisers, the better targets for them. They'll shoot battleship, 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 battleship. And that makes it quite annoying for battleship players, obviously. Alright, we got no spotting over here. I'm going to go over there. So yeah, that's... They do work. Yeah, for sure. But, I mean, my advice usually is if you're getting shot at with a lot of HE, shoot the cruiser that's shooting you first and foremost. If he's behind an island, disengage. That's why a lot of times for battleships, if you can get a turn in opening the round, so you're pointed away from the enemy by the time you actually start fighting them, if you start getting burned down, you can leave. If you're pointed towards them, nose in, you can't leave at that point in time. You can try and back up, but it's going to be tough. Get generous when you drink. That keep bugs me. Can't drink all day unless you start in the morning, right? Appreciate the support, everyone. Thank you very much. So Nelson's an interesting target to shoot at with a cruiser like this. Like, I can damage him. His deck armor's not good enough to stop it, and I can burn him down, but he can just heal that all up, so... Wow. Who the fuck is over there? Yeah, that was a fun game. Oh god, now I'm really fucked.
All stations, concentrate fire.
Well, the good thing is we got a concealment build on this puppy. I give Reddit grief just because they complain about some odd things. There's actually a lot of good information on there. There's a lot of really knowledgeable players. It's a good resource. It just gets a little ridiculous once in a while. Excuse me. With some of the complaints, you get the guys that only play Battleship that want destroyers to have their torpedoes removed and cruisers to have no HE. And then they're like, well, you're at it, you might as well buff the armor and the speed of the battleships. And so, sometimes you just gotta be like, okay, we get it. You don't want to die ever again. But as a whole, it is actually a pretty good website, especially with this community. There's really knowledgeable players that make really detailed guides. And usually, as long as you're not being a complete moron about it, they'll help you out with whatever questions you got. Man. Oh, fuck off. Oh, it was the Iowa that smoked my ass. No wonder. No wonder that hurts so much. Whatever this is needs to get the fuck out of there. It's got a Wichita rushing them. If you're the one destroyer on your team just wants to remove the one destroyer on your team. Becomes difficult. A few humble shekels for the back-to-back streams. Oh, thank you very much, Myron. Appreciate that. Kick-ass sea bass. Thank you, Buck.
All stations reporting the position of a strategic
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate that. You can see here, I mean, that Nelson, last time we looked at him, he was down to like a quarter health. Now he's got a new ship.
All stations
I think. Unless they had oh, they had two Nelsons. Never mind. Well, I can't believe the Fletcher died. How do you guys think that happened? That was very bizarre. It looked like he was doing pretty well over there. It's a little... The problem with taking that shot early is I've had to play a lot more conservatively. It kind of... Usually until you take a hit like that, you can be flying around like Muhammad Ali. See if anything's coming through there. Oh, no. Man, they really went high, or they went big on that far side. Discord is good. Yeah, we got it. That's another. I mean, I think the World of Warships Discord itself is pretty good, but then we got a pretty good crew on mine as well. Yeah, it looks like we're dead, but maybe I can fuck this guy up. I'll put one on the indicator. I think he's going to turn hard around that island when he comes through, so maybe do one right about there. Shit. Oh, this is going to hurt. I cannot believe we're still alive. If he eats all four of those, we got a chance. I don't think he's gonna, though. Come on, guys. Help me, help me, help me. Oh, we got him. Holy shit. It's one of those games, though, if you just keep going. Like, we got wrecked early, and then we got up to, you know, 39. We did our HP first, and then kept going. Got a little lucky with that IO, and now we've done over double our ship's HP and damage. It's kind of clawed back from a wasted game, kind of a throw-type opener. Nice. We'll give him a good game for that one. Even though we don't want to get the caps. Mogami even worth it? Yeah, I don't know. I like the Mogami a little bit better for whatever reason. It's more nimble. Maybe it's just how I have them set up too. That's a possibility. But for me, it's just a really challenging ship, but it's fun, you know? You can be flying around. I got it set up with this Otago Azure lane, so you take, you know, a lot more damage. I can't remember what it is, 10-15% more damage. But you do more damage, so it's kind of high risk, high reward. But yeah, they're both really solid. Maybe I got them set up a little bit differently just so there's variety. Okay. Mogami had the 155 option. They said they were going to do that at one point. I think that was during the summer Q&A. I think they said it was going to be released as a separate ship, like a premium. Oh, Kraken. Cleveland. Yeah, that's a nasty little... He didn't get a high caliber. He got Dreadnought and the Kraken. High caliber here. I did alright. I mean, like I said, that could have been... Once we took that shot, the tendency, even for me, is to be like, ah, fuck, this game's screwed up. Let's just play a different one. I think I'll grab one more Bud Zero. I'll play a couple more games. Oh. Is there any true benefit other than 0.3 stat to Legendary 4 Commander? No. Well, I don't ever recommend... I mean, Legendary 4 is crazy. The only reason I did that with Cunningham, number one, I mean, I use them on most battleship builds. And then if you get one commander up to level Legendary 4, then now you can print commendations. Like right now I got a million blue stars, so I can print a commendation by buying Cunningham in the store. We can do that right now. Just to demonstrate. But in terms of the actual build, it's not that valuable. I mean, you're getting very, very small increments. There we go. Like, it's the same idea. Should I make one commander level 16, or should I make 8 of them level 14? I'd say 8 of them to level 14 is a more available use of those 8 insignias. But you can see that we got a excuse me, an extra commendation now. So that's an advantage getting a commander all the way maxed has, but in general, no, I wouldn't recommend doing that. Stylo wants the Grover. Grashby. Grashby is the next pick a premium, so we'll hold on to that one. Jumped out of his nap from the whistling. Yeah, I gotta remember that. I like to whistle, but you guys always say the dogs react to it. Yeah, I would be very cautious about maxing any commander in terms of insignias, and even more so in terms of commendations. Because the commendations required, you know, I saved all my blue stars, kept getting more, you know, you can buy Cunningham directly too. That'll get you essentially the same thing, but you can only do it on the commanders you have as opposed to the event commanders, or the commanders that are in the store, the base game. So, I mean, that's 2.5, 3 months worth of commendations. And the reason I started to think about doing it is I kept getting duplicate Cunninghams in the crates, so they were kind of building up a little bit on their own. So I only had to do 10 or so. But it's up to you. I mean, it depends on how many lines you want to play. If you want to be like me and have all the lines unlocked and have good builds in them, then you can't really go balls to the wall in too many different lines. Yeah, I got 2 Yamatos, a Grover, 2 Alaskas. Looks like Legendary Tier is starting to get some players finally. Legendary 4 passive skill. I don't. Those skills that have the yellow lines. Will to rebuild, the one that boosts your health, I'm assuming. I mean, I was trying to activate that one game yesterday. I don't ever normally think about it, but one of my division mates was saying you should try and get by that destroyer, but it's hard to do. I don't put any value in those skills whatsoever. If they happen to go off, then cool. But in terms of changing how you want to position your ship or anything like that, I think that's detrimental. It's my own opinion. Let's see. We gotta park here so we protect ourselves from sea and then potentially get crossfires over here. Huh? Didn't hit him at all, huh? Cheers for the intelligence data. Yeah. Thank you. Save your life if you play accordingly. I understand that. It's like the plane. It's not in my consciousness. I don't think about it ever. My point is, I wouldn't recommend like tailor making how you're playing the game just to get those skills going. Like clumping up into a ball is not good map control in general. So just because you get a 3% boost to your reload or whatever, is that really worth playing poorly? Well, let's see. We got B, they got C. That's acceptable. Alright, let's see if that hits him. I think he's turning up, but we aimed up a little bit. Decent. Not great, but decent. Whew. Looks like they're getting into A. I want to help pressure C though. I mean, they're getting on it now finally, but I feel like we need this cap resolved. Plus, like the target I want to hit it here is the Iowa, but to get shots at him, I have to back up more. Then that Yamato starts to get decent firing angles at me. All right. perks make division play stronger. Yeah, that's. I mean, if you can, there's a lot of things you can say that. It's like playing dropping smokes on destroyers when you're, or dropping smokes on cruisers when you're a destroyer. In general, I don't think that's a good play for randoms, but if you happen to have a teammate that will actually stay in the smoke and use it, then yeah, it's an extremely strong play. So like all things, it's easier to use those perks when you're in a division, especially a competent division. What is this Eugene doing? Alright, we got 2 caps. That would have been a good opportunity for the plane. Oh my god. See this, the Eugene was kind of checking me because he does have that torp threat, but once he moved, we were able to move up a little bit. Ah, fuck you, dude. Is that what you want to do? Problem is they still have their destroyers spotting over here and we don't know where. That one might hurt. Alright. That guy's not doing much, but we had a nice shot of him, so might as well take it. Oh, fuck. Here we go. Nobody's here to shoot at the guy is the problem. That's mostly my fault, I think, because I'm pretty sure that was contested and I didn't even notice it because I wasn't paying attention to this flank. That one, I'd say we probably got a pretty good shot at this. I mean, the team's playing fairly passive, but once you have the cap advantage, that begins to become an advantage as the game goes on because it's harder and harder to sink your ships when they're full health. You know, this guy hasn't done anything all game. This guy back here hasn't done anything all day, but they have the HPs, so assuming they can kill this Kagero, you know, it should be pretty much lights out. But I can see that one going either way. Sail the Yamato in reverse. Yeah, if you can get a turn off on that one, it's not necessarily the easiest to get a turn off. But yeah, it's the cheeks are kind of the weak point, so let's see, what else should we do? Saw Walkie a minute ago, we could try that one. Kagero's waiting all game, yeah, he definitely was. I thought he was further back spotting, which is what I probably would have been doing if I was him, but it was lights out there. We didn't have anyone within range to really shoot at him. Don't understand why teammates refuse to shoot destroyers, because they don't have confidence in the shot. They've tried it once or twice, they missed wildly, and then they're like, oh, I don't know how to shoot those things. So they either need to go online and research how to do it, or keep playing AI games until they can hit them reliably. I think AI is a pretty good training for destroyers, but they usually don't go full speed, I don't believe. But you got to build up the confidence. If you're watching, you're thinking to yourself, I can't hit destroyers, I'm never going to shoot at them. You need to drop what you're doing and just practice that, because you're never going to be a good player. You cannot possibly be a good player if you can't hit destroyers. So just take care of that early on in your development. I mean, that Kagero could very easily tear up the whole team, you know, and win the game. Even though we have a pretty decent lead. Yeah, it's just a matter of practice. Hate your destroyer teammates. Yeah, in general they're pretty Oh, there's a good smoke. He's tier 2. Trying to give him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. But, I mean, he can just, for scoring purposes, when you're trying to evaluate the game, that guy's worthless. He's already dead or he's not going to do anything. Sounds rough, but... Love the camo. Yeah, this is the Founders Edition. You either really think it's, like, over the top and don't like it, or people like it. Let's see, I suppose we can shoot here. Got a couple. Not getting much out of the AP at that range. It's usually worth testing out, though. Come on. I guess I can explain it too. If you don't know how to aim, you see this 7.6 seconds to target. That's how long it's going to take those shells to get there, right? So if a destroyer is moving horizontally like this Clemson is or whatever, then you multiply that by 3. Now that's a tough shot. Each of those vertical hashes represent 5. So let's say he was going full speed. I would aim about there, because that would account for the 4th notch that we can't see. But long-range shots against destroyers is obviously difficult for that reason. They got a lot of time to change their course or speed. Come on, guys. Don't all die. Can't tell if he's in front. Now he's behind. That's another thing. You see this little white mountain. I used to explain this all the time when the game came out. That little white mountain right in the center of the screen, that's saying basically any shots that are lined up with the center of your ship would be blocked by the island. That's useful information, but you'll see a lot of times I'll continue to shoot even when that's on there, and it's because it's not accounting for like the fact that your forward guns are more forward or your back guns are more back than that point that it's suggesting. So a lot of times you'll fire the salvo, a lot of them will be blocked on the island, but you'll still get 1 or 2 shells through, and you know, damage is damage. If there's nothing else to shoot at for that reload cycle, you might as well take the shot. Oh, he lived. Interesting. Same thing with cruisers. 5.5 seconds, you know. Cruisers you multiply by 2, so we would aim here if he was going full speed. But then I also incorporate a lot of information from where the quote-unquote auto-aim lines up the shot. That'll give you a better read on how fast the ship is going. Svetlana. If it's as accurate as the Oleg, then this guy can't hit shit. Doesn't matter who's in it. That's about how long I would dedicate to aiming torps when you're in a fight like that. Just get him out there. If he turns like that, fine. He's already dodged them, you know. But if he turns back into him, maybe they hit him, maybe they don't. But if they pop up on a screen when he's fighting, he might have to zoom out and be like, oh god, I gotta dodge torps now. A lot of players can't aim and shoot when they're dodging torps. It's always a risky proposition. So it's just one more thing he's got to deal with. Meanwhile, we're getting 2, 3, 4 salvos in for free that he's not returning. That's a very, very common mistake is I'm aiming the torps too long. You know, there's sometimes you want to aim a well-aimed torpedo salvo, but a lot of times it doesn't really matter. Let's see, this guy's. Yeah, so we gotta. I was gonna plop the smoke because this guy's gonna be alive long enough for me to use it to kill that thing, but checked over here. This guy's a one-shot. We can't let him. We can't rely on him to defend the base, so. Go ahead and get some more distractions down there just in case. Maybe they'll hit him, probably won't. Who gives a fuck? Ooh, B-25. The hardest destroyer to hit. Oops. He thinks he's gonna rush me and torp me. We'll see if he can pull it off or not. You don't want to underestimate these little fucks because they're very. It's hard to hit them reliably, you know. Yeah, we're broadsiding Svetlana, but we gotta do what we gotta do. So there's the torps. He had to dodge those, so he lost 1 or 2 salvos. We can just assume that. Whoa, what the fuck? You know. Just getting them down helped out our guy a little bit, even though it didn't make too big of a difference. God damn it, you fucker. Thank you, DK. Just brought the Giulio Cesare. Loving it. Yeah, it's a good one. Another strong tier 4. Yep. Is what it is. I'm a little surprised this guy didn't do better since he was sitting in the smoke in the spawn. Nah, we shouldn't pick on him. Tier 2. Let's try out that Julio Cesare. Dreadnought balance for legendary tier. Should there be a limit of the amount of destroyers? I wouldn't say so, no. That's another one you see on Reddit all the time. And that one's more legitimate. It's more mainstream. I'm probably in the minority with people that don't want to do that. Every time they've done if they've put the thumb on the scale at all with the matchmaker, whether it be the Yamato test or the early introduction with legendaries, it's been a disaster. Absolute disaster. You get these 4v4 games that you waited 5 minutes to get into. Number one, I like variety to the game. Some games you have 5 destroyers, some games you have none, you know. You're not always going to have preferential matchmaking for your ship every single game. I like that. Some games are more challenging than others. It's a little annoying when they have a torp mission and then you get 5 destroyers every single game. You know, if they're going to change anything about that, I would say stop putting those type of missions in the game. But no, I don't. The the end result is every single game we have one destroyer per spawn, and then the strategy becomes very stale. Okay, step number 1, kill the enemy destroyer. Okay, step number 2, kill the cruiser. Battleship forced her turnout. Now the flanks collapsed. You know, it's the same play every single time. And I don't think that's a good thing, personally. Alright, speaking of destroyers.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
There's a spotting ours, and ours is leaving the flank, so this isn't going to work. God damn it. Ooh, that was lucky. What? We got 1 bounce? Oh, and it's a kamikaze, too. That'll be fun. Yeah, you gotta recognize early, this guy's not helping. Like, we have no presence in the front here, so, or in the middle. Can I possibly stay here? No, I can't possibly stay here. I mean, maybe 1 out of 5, 1 out of 10 times I can beat this guy, but it's a low percentage play, and if you want to become consistently good, which is something, you know, bringing up the consistency is something I'm working on. Eliminating low percentage plays from the playbook. Good place to start. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're getting spotted from this gap, and then it's the NASA. That's the only reason we're not wrecked. I was like, come on. There we go. I'd definitely like to sink that thing, but I don't know if we... Ah, can't even clear the island. Yeah, here's a good example. Like, you got a lot of destroyers. Are you sailing towards them when they're killing you, or are you sailing away from them? Like, right now, I'm not immune from that kamikaze. In fact, being right there, he might actually kill me, but it's a lot harder for him to tort me when I'm not going towards them. Alright. Oh, the widespreads. Thank you. I didn't want to die this early, so I appreciate that. Kamikaze, if you don't have it, you gotta realize it loads torps, I think every like 45 seconds or something like that, so like using the damage con to put this fire out, not an option as long as that thing's in the vicinity. Oh, he's stopping the smoke. Alright, got him. So like right now, we gotta assume there's another salvo, so we're just gonna turn away again. God damn, will you stay lit? You know, you can't force yourself out of the situation. Like, there's really nothing I can do. Like, this thing is cutting off by the threat, this big field that I'm kind of pointing out in front of me. There's those torpedoes in that water somewhere. So we don't want to necessarily willfully go into that. And if we're going to make a turn like this, we got to understand that's a risky play. I just don't want to get too far away from being able to damage anything. Come on, guys, shoot the fucking thing. So it'll kind of put a damper on your own individual game, but we're tying up their most dangerous ship as well. You got to think of it that way. Yeah, we're not going to get any damage this game, so it's not going to be reflected on the scoreboard necessarily, but if we can kill this fucker, it goes a long way to winning the game for our team, you know? There you go. Alright, so that one went pretty well. To link divisions? What are you talking about? Kami stream sniping? Nah, you never know. I don't think he would. He didn't really do anything that would require stream snipe. He deployed in the middle, he went forward, he spotted me, then he tried to torp me for the rest of the game. That's typical destroyer player. Destroyer behavior. Alright, so we're getting B, or we will eventually begin to be getting B. Many who play it only live to torp battleships. Yeah, exactly. It's a common Japanese destroyer problem is, you know, 90% of the people that get in them have one-track minds, you know. And it's not, it has nothing to do with winning the game. You know, I'll rag on Udachis, for instance, but if you get a player that's playing the Udachi trying to win the game, then that's all of a sudden probably, you know, top 3 most dangerous ships in the game. It's just when you get Johnny Potato in there, is like, okay, I'm going to rush the nearest battleship, get 2 kilometers away, torp him, and then die in the process. I'd rather that guy be on the enemy team than my team. Alright. Gotta be a little careful here because they're going to be a 2-on-1 situation. We want to identify the low HP ship. Probably should have started turning away a little sooner, but might get away with this. Oh, he's not even visible. I thought they were both sitting there. Well, never mind then. Kamikaze in the game played poorly. Yeah. I mean, had he got me, then flipped B, and then come around and nuked a few battleships, then he could start to make a case. It's a good game, but it's not a really good strategy. You know, the destroyers that I don't like on my team are the ones that try and get behind the enemy team and then stay there the entire time. Like, the guy never got near a cap. Now, I was blocking him from the one that I was by, you know, that was the point of that play, but still, it's just, it looks different if he gets those torps off and hits them. Alright, let's see, 2 o'clock, maybe I'll do, we had a Hocknick. Play Udachi with long-range torps? I actually think that's it's the more reliable setup. Like, you know, if someone's like, go play a Udachi game, and if you win it, I'll give you $1,000. That's probably how I would set it up. But it's so close to the Kagero in terms of performance at that point. That plus the screamers, if you get them, if you can get them in position, or if you can get your ship in position to get them on target, they're extremely hard to dodge, you know. 80 knot torps. Or whatever it is, yeah. Yeah, I think they're fast torps to begin with, though. You're right about that. Can't do that with the Screamers. No. That's the one down. I don't run any of my destroyers with the range boost, but that is something you miss, is those accidental shots on the guys behind you. Or behind the target that you're shooting at. I think when Shima comes out, maybe we'll play a couple different builds on it and see which one works better. Alright, we got Gremmy, we got T-22s in the division. Okay. The sausage of the proletariat. Oh, no, they'll never do that, no, because the three-man division is so strong. You saw it last night. We went we lost one game out of 10, 12, 14 games, whatever it was. They're already extremely powerful, the divisions. Trying to hold on to that repair, but when you got torps coming, you can't be fiddling around with a busted engine. That would be a Price is Right loss, though, if we were making a video of this game. Meow. Let's see. Looks like the guy in B is getting rushed by that cruiser, so he could get wrecked. Ooh. Kuma got a Königsberg. That's pretty good. Was it torps? I didn't even see what happened though. Hey, Worman, what's happening? See if he's coming back around or not. I don't think that Gremmy's rushing me, but if he is, I'll have to dodge those. Threw off my aim, bro! Well, good play by the Grammy. So we got an overload. We got 4 ships here. We've had the cap for several minutes now. I was kind of hanging around hoping the Grammy would come trying to reclaim the cap, but these guys, especially the Wyoming, should be playing B by now. If this Kirov isn't dead by the time this Grammy comes into view, we're probably going to die. Well, if he keeps pulling forward, we'll be alright. Nice. So I think he's right around this ridge, is what I'm thinking. There it is. Can't even get my guns on him. Traverse was so damn slow, I couldn't get him around. Alright, so we still got our caps. What's going on down south? Oh. Okay. It's gonna be one of those games we don't have to do much. Clan play. Oh, that was one of those things they were talking about during the summer. They want that. T. Kana, the main Wargaming community guy, he's an old competitive player for the PC version. So I know he's got their ear on that situation. I think that one sounds like it might have got pushed back a little bit with all the mayhem. But yeah, they're not. They wouldn't let those strong divisions in randoms. That's what I'm talking about. But if you're talking about like clan wars or something, then that's a separate option. That they've said they want to do that. So. If you're like, what the fuck is going on? Yes, we do have 4 launchers on this thing. And we got like 1,000,000 guns. With good AP. Rabizia, my boy! As we saw there.
Установка дымов завершена. Наша команда получила преимущество.
Might as well use the smoke while we can. Kuma might have launched torps. I guess we should probably play for that. Got to keep an eye on things here. So, we got the 2 caps, so as long as I don't die, we should win. Alright, nice.
Наша команда получила преимущество.
What do I think about carriers maybe coming to console? Well, they've confirmed that they are coming for sure, so it's just a matter of when. What do I think about it? I mean, I don't know. I've never played them on PC, so I don't have a personal opinion, but usually the players' opinions that I trust more often than not don't like them. Sometimes they'll say the complaints are overblown, but we'll find out. I mean, the player base has been begging for them since the game was released, so whether or not they intended on putting them in when the game started, they were kind of forced to. Get another juicy AP shot on this thing. That guy behind me might even be AFK. I don't know what this guy's doing. Oh, he's playing. Let's get the old... Oh, now's the time to suicide torp, even though...
Двигатель в форсированном режиме.
I mean, it's technically never the time. Killing your own destroyer... The only destroyer... The destroyer is the guarantee that you win, because they... All I have to do is stay away from this guy and he can't kill me. And we've got so many points built up that, you know, from having the cap advantage that he really can't ever come back from that. But I got full health, he's inaccurate. And I got 4 cells of doom that I do want to discharge all over him. He's not even going to shoot at me? What the fuck are you doing? There you go. So, I mean, if he's sailing away, then it becomes a lot harder. But the problem for him is he's at the edge of the map, so he doesn't really have much real estate in terms of where to go. Man, this thing is slow. Like, when he does that full turn there... Are his guns pointed at me? I guess they are. I was gonna say it's gonna take him a while to get him around, but... Now you're in trouble.
Наша команда близка к победе.
Take your best shot, Chief.
Пожарная тревога. Двигатель в штатном режиме.
Dead.
Вражеский линкор уничтожен.
Loud minority. You're probably right. Like, the problem is the people that are collecting the feedback, they go on their Instagram page or whatever, and they're like, today we're going to introduce, or here's some background info on George Dewey. And then the next, the comments, they get 30 comments, and they're all carriers. And these guys are humans. They're probably like, God, I hate this shit. Let's just give them the fucking carriers, shut them up, and we'll be done with it. But I don't know. They got to be careful how they do it, because there's a lot of players on this version of the game that play this over the... They have PCs, but they play this because there's no carriers in there. Now, they could all be, very experienced players who just want to club the fuck out of seals without getting torped from the air. Maybe that's possible. But, I don't know. It's too late now. The cat's out of the bag. They're already working on them, so they're not going to stop working on them. The time to speak up was over the last year and a half. But yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. I don't want to prejudge something that's not even out, but players already play pretty timid. And they're just going to be terrified of the planes flying around, so could cause some issues. Anyway, it's a little longer than I was planning on going today, but that was a lot of fun. Let's see what the record was. A couple good streams worth of games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 6, 7, and 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 3, 14, and 3. We'll take that. Pretty productive Saturday. You combine that with the division last night, and we had like 4 losses and like 25 wins, roughly, I would guess. So it's not a bad little stretch. Got our weeklies done. That's good. 3 more milestones. We're almost there. All right. Looks like we're all set. So, yep. Anyways, I do have to get rolling. But I appreciate everyone tuning in. We had Devin, new member. Appreciate that quite a bit. Jay, Last Rights, Bugsby, Myron, Buck, and DK all came in with donations. Appreciate that quite a bit. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. If you don't mind hitting the like button before you go, if you haven't, or if you're not subscribed, you want to consider subscribing. A lot of World of Warships coming all the time. And, yeah, in terms of the carriers, though, we'll see what happens. So, hope everyone has a great Halloween, rest of the weekend. Oh, David coming in hot right at the end there with a GG. Appreciate that, David. Thank you very much. Only play AI battles if carriers are in the game. Yeah, it's a possibility. They got to be very careful with how they do it. If it makes people afraid to move out of the spawns, then I think they've torpedoed their own game. We'll see. Anyway, we'll see y'all later. Peace.